super move number 9, the meeting rating. And this is so important. Gino Wickman, he talks about this in Traction. It's incredible. And we kind of started with this. And so, Clay, bring it full circle for us. A meeting rating on a scale of 1 to 10.
Leadership needs to rate themselves on a scale of 1 to 10 after the meeting about how well the meeting was done. Gino Wickman and I might disagree on a couple things, but it's okay because he's Gino Wickman and he's freaking right a lot of times, or he wouldn't be Gino freaking Wickman. Okay, but he's a big deal. But here's the thing: is you want to make sure that you rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10. I find that top leadership, if you're a top leader, I found you're very self-aware. Mm-hmm. So if you just after the meeting, you ask yourself on a scale of 1 to 10, how was that meeting? I find that that's healthy. If you want to go through the process of asking everybody in the meeting how the meeting was on a scale of 1 to 10, you could do that. Why I don't like that is because it gives Negative Nancy a voice. It gives Crazy Carl a voice. And I don't want to give Crazy Carl a voice as it relates to rating my meeting efficiency. So, because Crazy Carl, and I say that because in my companies right now, I can honestly say I don't have any Crazy Carls or Negative Nancys. Mm-hmm. But a lot of companies I know do. So you need to make sure, you don't want to so how would you guys rate the meeting? And this guy, Carl, who's now not got anything done in like a month. I mean, he's been hiding behind Facebook and email for 2 months. He's been doing nothing. He's just been pretending like he's doing something. He's siloing information. He's not going to like that meeting very well. So you said in the meeting, you're like, well, Carl, that has to be done by Monday because you've been making the veterans wait for 4 months in line. So by Monday, you're going to fix this line system, okay? He's not going to like the meeting very much. He's going to be like, man, I got called out. I got thrown under the bus. These are like words people use. I got thrown under the bus. I got called out. Let me tell you what. You usually don't get called out or thrown under the bus if you're getting your crap done.
There
right?
You go.
So, but anyway, I wouldn't ask those people to rate themselves.
So what do you do if you're a thriver, you're a business owner as a thriver, but your personality type is that you want to get feedback from people that you care about. So who do you go to then, obviously?
I would ask the people who you value their opinion because they've shown themselves to be diligent to rate the meeting. I just wouldn't ask everybody to rate the meeting. I would not. But if Gino Wickman and I disagree, maybe you do the Gino Wickman move there, and maybe you write me a letter about how wrong I am, and that's okay.
Okay, so any immediate overt complaints, send that to info@thrive15.com. We'll promptly delete those, and
Yeah, and not only will we delete those, but one of the things we'll do is we'll probably respond with a nice little message, and we'll ask you kind of a verbal bouquet. We'll say, dearest Thriver, do you have any dating tips for our good friend Marshall Morris? He's gone through kind of a rough patch. He's had some relationships that seemed like there were no winners, and then for whatever reason, the Mrs. Right turned out to be Mrs. Wrong, and we believe so much in his relationships and that we want a dating tip for him. So send all your dating tips to info@thrive15.com.
I look so forward to reading all of those.
Do we have an episode? Do we have an episode on Marshall for dating tips?
Well, the problem is the episode's so long. There's so much the man has to learn. He has so much information he has to learn.
I thought we at least had a series or something.
No, it's like we're talking about 1,000 videos just for him, just to kind of get ready for the mindset.
You can start your own website, brother.